If you are part of the FGC, you probably know what Fightcade is. If you don't, basically, it's an emulator focused on arcade games that lets you play them online utilizing rollback netcode. Looking at the front page of Fightcade, it becomes very apparent that the majority of people use Fightcade to play either Street Fighter or King of Fighters, and there's nothing wrong with that. Those franchises are huge for a reason, but today I want to shed some light on some lesser known titles that I think you might want to try out. Also, if you like the video, be sure to like and subscribe. If you have any recommendations for other games to check out, leave a comment. Maybe I can make a follow-up video since there are a ton of games out there. Alright, let's begin. To start the list, we have Akatsuki Blitzcamp. You might be most familiar with this series if you've watched any Under Night In-Birth. As Akatsuki, this game's main character makes a guest appearance in Under Night. Akatsuki is a 3-button 2D doujin fighter released in 2007. The game was designed to be picked up easily with simple command inputs, with there only being quarter circle forward, quarter circle back, down, down, and charge inputs. Unlike other doujin fighters, this game has a more old school feel, similar to that of a Capcom fighter. The game is slower paced and focused more on careful footwork and space control. The game is very easy for both casual and hardcore players to pick up and play, which rewards good fundamentals and isn't overly reliant on long, complicated combos. Everything I've heard about Samurai Showdown 2019 is great, except one thing, the netcode. So what if I told you there's another version of the game that not only has an amazing feel and amazing sprite work, but utilizes Fightcade's top tier netcode? Samurai Showdown 5 Special, released in 2004, in my opinion, is even better than Sam Show 2019. If you are unfamiliar with the series, this game is deceptively simple on the surface. This game heavily rewards a slower and methodical game plan, where you don't need to memorize massive combos, where a single hard read can absolutely obliterate your opponent's health. In this game, you literally always have a chance to win with 1 or 2 openings. This game is super easy to pick up and play, and there's a ton of depth to it, so check it out when you get a chance. Rabbit is probably the most niche game in this list. Released in 1997, Rabbit is a 2D fighting game that offers a well-rounded, colorful cast with a unique animal spirit system similar to Stan's and JoJo's. This 4-button fighter is very fast-paced and aggressive, but I should say this game is largely unexplored. If you enjoy labbing and discovering new things, check this game out. The gameplay is already sick, but I'm curious to see how far this game can be pushed. Toy Fighter is a 3D fighting game similar to Virtua Fighter, released in 1999 with the lead designer behind Fighter's Destiny. The game is a 3-button fighter with a standard punch, kick, and dodge button. Toy Fighter is unique in both its aesthetic and how it handles matches. Instead of a round-based system, this game opts for something called a life point system. Each player starts with 5 life points. If you deplete a life bar, it removes 1 point. Throwing insta-kills and takes 2 life points, and bomber moves take 3. Holding down the dodge button will automatically dodge all normal attacks, but certain moves will have special effects which will hit you through a dodge. Also, if thrown while dodging, your tech window is greatly reduced. While it may look weird on the surface, don't be fooled, there is a lot of depth and character to this game. Matra Melee is the 5th game in the Power Instinct series, and also served as a return to form for the franchise, where Groove on Fight, the previous game in the series, lost lots of its quirky sense of humor. Matra Melee, under a new developer, brought it back in full force. I mean, the title, Matra Melee, is a play on words mixing matrimony and melee, since the story is literally, some king wants to marry off his daughter, so he hosts a fighting tournament. This goofy game offers your standard SNK fare with its own twists, like the ability to call in a judge and use them as a shield, or just throw them at your opponent. I highly recommend checking this one out. Waku Waku 7 plays like a 90s cartoon. The characters are colorful, the music is upbeat. Characters fly and bounce around the screen when getting hit. The characters you can choose from all have a unique charm that you just don't find in any other fighting game. Explaining the gameplay of this game is sort of difficult, It's hard to pinpoint exactly where this game shines. Between the awesome visual and tight feeling controls, I think it's best to just give this game a shot and let it speak for itself. Alright, that's all I have for this list today. Let me know in the comments if you made it to the end. Thank you so much and have a good one.